I'm going to share something that I have to admit is a little bit embarrassing in the fact that I'm the children's pastor, and but it has to do with parenting, but there's some more twist to that you need to understand. Sandy and I have been married for 18 years and we're just unable to have children and have been told by the doctors that that was not going to happen. We found ourselves after 18 years, Sandy was pregnant and we were going to have this first child, and of course everyone was excited about it. Everybody thought this was just a miracle from God, and truly what a gift it was going to be. So we found out that we were going to have this baby in January, and we were so excited about it. But that October we found out that we had some problems that we had to deal with. She was taken to the hospital and I went and met her, and as we sat there that day we were told by more than one doctor that this baby just wasn't going to come home with us, that if she was born now, it was at 24 weeks and there were just some problems that could not be overcome, just to prepare for the fact that we were not going to bring this baby home. Early November, that baby was born, and it was born at 3 pounds and went down to 2.5 pounds. And she was in the hospital for the next 30 days in the NICU at Methodist Hospital. And that December, we got to bring her home. She was a whopping 4 pounds when we got to do that. Now, I had a job that I was doing well financially, and my wife was able to go part-time. And so we just spent a ton of time with this child as we couldn't take her out. So it was the 3 of us at home. And of course, when you do that, you just tend to spoil them a little bit. And I had grandparents and friends and everybody, just whatever this child wanted, she got. You can imagine after 18 years of no children, and my wife wanted a child so bad that that's all she ever thought about. We had this premature young baby. She's 12 weeks premature. She's 2.5 pounds. She's getting all this attention from everyone. We treated her like a China doll. She was the center of our universe. Everything we did was about her. Let's fast forward a couple years, and we called this couple to go out for dinner once or twice or 3 times, or maybe even more than that. And every time that we'd call, they'd be busy. And we couldn't quite figure it out until one day they were very, very honest with us. And the conversation was something like this: "Hey, we would love to go out to dinner with you, but kind of without your daughter." That kind of took us back a little bit, because they were like our godparents at the time, and we weren't sure how to handle that. But then they went on and they said, "Hey, listen, no offense, and we love you dearly, but your child's a brat, and she controls you, and you're just not doing a very good job here." And not exactly what we wanted to hear, but deep down, you know what, we knew they were right. And so we looked at each other as a couple and said, you know what, we need to make some changes. They just spoke to us in love. They took a huge chance. They're right, so what are we going to do about it? So we went out and we searched, and we found this parenting class that we could take, and we grouped up with about 9 or 10 other couples. And for the next number of weeks, we met at the Hodson's house. We just did life together, and we encouraged each other and held each other accountable. And through that parenting class, we were really able to make some changes. Now, I had a couple that was willing to speak truth into my life, kind of in a blunt way. And we were able to accept that truth, to realize that there's some changes that needed to be made, and do the changes. I got to tell you what, Bill and Linda Lewis are still some of our best friends. And I love them dearly, and I thank them so much for telling us that. I've got a 16-year-old daughter who's walking with Christ, who is strong in her faith, who makes wise decisions, who I couldn't be any more proud of. You know what? Sometimes we just need truth spoken into our lives, even when it hurts. And so, Bill and Linda, I thank you for that.